All right. We should be live right now. Before we kind of get this thing underway, while I check my YouTube channel, make sure everything's running smoothly. Is there anything that you want to plug or anybody you want to shout out?
I just like to shout out my dad, my coaches, Lalo coaches, coach back home at Joliet West, my Brad Bill, elite coaches, and just everybody, family, friends that helped me just get to where I am as of right now.
For sure. And I know you're at La Lumiere right now. And that's kind of where I want to start off the interview. I saw, like, I don't know, probably a couple years ago, something like a like a day in the life kind of thing of a couple players at La Lumiere, and the campus, like, it seemed kind of interesting. Like, I guess the most interesting part was that it was really cold there. Like, is that kind of how it is? Like, is it always like freezing up there?
It's not always freezing, but like it right now it's hot. It feels good outside, so it's like summer and winter, just like regular, but it's not always cold. It's nice campus, friendly people, school, everything good.
Yeah, because like what I saw looked like crazy cold. Like I don't know. Like there was like I think it may have been like a blizzard or something. I mean I'm a Florida boy, so I'm kind of
Yeah, it's always hot. But
yeah.
it do get cold out here. It gets cold. When it came, it was snowing a lot, freezing, black ice. But you used to it.
Yeah. And what's the school like? Like, is it like a normal high school? Is it kind of like in the middle of nowhere and there's not a lot of students? Like, just what's the school atmosphere like?
This school atmosphere, it's a small school. So I think it's like 175, 200 kids. It's kind of like it's in the woods, so it's a very good school, good education, atmosphere, good, nice people,
Yeah.
just like
Do
a
you enjoy?
community, care for each
Yeah.
other.
Do you enjoy like going to a school kind of like just in the woods or something like that, or would you maybe prefer to go to more like a city school or something like that where you just kind of leave in the 5 minutes, you're next to like a grocery store or something like that?
I really don't really mind because like me going here, it's keeping me out of trouble. Not much to do. You focus on books and basketball. That's really what I need to focus on. So not much to do. That's a good thing. So I don't really mind. But this is I don't mind going to a school in the woods.
Yeah, and another school that's kind of like well respected, like La Lumiere, is Oak Hill, and I know one of their players talking to, I think Jalen Ricks, kind of explained to me how their grades there. It's like for me, like at my normal school, it's like if I get like a 90 or like a 94 or something like that, it's still an A. But for them, I think it drops it down to a B or something like that. Like their grading scales is very very difficult. What's the literal schooling and grades like over there? Because I'm assuming it is kind of difficult.
I think I believe like the grading scale is the same as the public. A is a 90, B 80, but like a lot of kids they really and the school is really big on academics. So pretty high GPA. The school GPA is high. It's focused on books though. You got study halls throughout. You can get a tutor if you need it. They help you. Teachers care. You can talk to the teachers if you need any help. Talk to your coaches if you need any help, and they'll try to find someone that can help you. Tutorer if you need to come in extra hours. Just make sure you keep your grades up.
Yeah. And this season for you guys, I'm sure was not what you were maybe going to expect it to be, but at the same time, like thinking about it, you guys had a pretty solid season with the NIBC and everything. You're traveling to DC for St. James, and you're in Florida, Montverde, and Geico Nationals, and just all those events. What was the season like this year?
This season was kind of weird because I kind of came in like mid, like right before I came in December. Me and my the other player Chisholm Akbar, we both came in around the same time, right in December. So we our first tournament was in January, so we really didn't get a lot of practices together. But as the season went on, we started fitting together, playing better basketball together. But this wasn't a really normal year. COVID, no real fans. But and our team is also young. So this is we had two returning players from last year. So our whole team is new to national basketball, EYBL, like all of that. But I believe next year we'll have a really good team, and everybody's coming back.
Yeah. And this year, you guys did face off against a lot of high level competition. Was there a player or a team you faced off against that was your favorite?
No, I wouldn't say I had no favorite player, but we did face some really good players.
Not like a favorite player, like favorite opponent or something like you know your best matchup or something like that.
Favorite matchup for me, I'll probably say Kenny Chan, obviously, because he's the best point guard in the 2021 class. So that was a good matchup for me and good competitive game because also he's going to Tennessee and I'm a rising prospect, so I can learn, take some stuff from his game and just play against him and get better.
Yeah. And you brought up the whole thing about like, you know, you're getting all these or not as many returning players. You said only 2 returning players, and that's kind of why like what I liked about you. I know against Pacific Prep like you didn't play so well, I guess you could say, but you kind of stuck out in terms of your leadership and everything. Like you were a floor general, I guess you could say. So being 2023, you're an underclassman. How are you able to be such a good leader on the court?
I'll just say, started when I was really little. Started when I was little. It's always been a leader, trying to help others, caring for teammates, care for everybody else around you. And I just think it took on to the court. And as I got older, just stuck with it, being a leader, trying to help everybody, trying to help my teammates, putting them in the right spots, trying to be positive. You got to be positive. Tell everybody, you miss a shot, you good. Just keep shooting. It's overall, it's trying to lead. Just lead and win.
Yeah. And let's see. Somebody actually, this is my first time. Somebody actually commented a question, so I guess I'll just read it to you, and you can answer that. So this person says, he says, he wants to know what your daily schedule is like, and then how many times a day do you work out while still maintaining good grades and spending a lot of time studying? That's what he wants to know.
Schedule as in Lalu's schedule, like the day.
I'm assuming so. Yeah.
Okay. So daily schedule, they open a gym at 6 for you. So you can either get in the gym or you can go to the weight room if you would like. So you can go to the gym at 6, you work out, get back at 7, you shower. 7:40, you have mandatory breakfast. You go to breakfast, you do school 8 to 3, then you have practice. You can shoot after practice, stay after practice, get extra work. And then you go home around 6, eat dinner. You have study hall, and you have after study hall, study hall is from 8 to 9:30. You do study hall, but also during the school day, you get a study hall during the school day and also a free period. So those are like two periods in your school day where you can get work done. So usually you'll do most of your schoolwork or almost all your schoolwork in school. So you wouldn't have to worry about that after school. And you can practice and stay after gym and go early. So that's really the daily schedule.
Yeah. Do you have, I guess, like going off that, do you have like, does the school make you go to bed at a certain time?
They usually have lights out around 10:30, 11.
Yeah. But let's say like, you know, your lights are off, but you're still like up on your phone or something like that. Is that allowed, or is there someone like coming in your room like, you know, yelling at you or something like that?
No, that's a lot. It's no really big deal as long as like you're like in bed and lights out, getting ready to go to bed.
Yeah. So I'm really curious. Like for me, you know, I guess you could say this is kind of what I do. Like I prioritize my interviews, but for you, you know, like you obviously got basketball and school, and then now you know you're taking your time to talk to me, which I appreciate. Like I just want like how do you have time to do stuff like this and interact with the media?
I usually like this year I really didn't really interact with the media kind of. It was just school and basketball. But like since our season is over, and we just have workouts now, so it's much more. You have much more time, so just fit you in right after our workout.
All right, yeah, we just saw my message. He'll be right back, guys, in just a second. I just want him to refresh his page and everything. But yeah, shout out to you. I don't want to say your name like wrong, so I'm just gonna say your YouTube, but KIRQN World. I know it means World, WRLD. Appreciate you, man, for asking the questions, being active in the interview. Your support means a lot. But yeah, it looks like he's back, so we'll just continue on the interview.
Okay. Yeah, the Wi-Fi kind of went out.
Yeah. It's
back now.
It's all good. All good. Yeah, and going to Geico Nationals, that's obviously a pretty big deal. You didn't get the result you guys wanted, however, but just being the opportunity to play on that stage, play on ESPN, which I think maybe that was not your first time playing on ESPN, but still, like, you're on ESPN on an even bigger stage where this game matters a lot. What was that experience like? Just getting excited and ready to play there.
Getting a Geico was a big deal for me and my teammates. Like, everybody, that was a big goal everybody had, was just getting to Geico. But I mean, we fell short first game, lost by 2. But it was a good experience. Loved the atmosphere. We actually had fans. The court really nice. Media people, hotels, everything was really nice. Just feel like if we would have got that first one, it would have felt much better. It was a dream come through for me. At least I used to watch national basketball and all of the top teams playing in that tournament. Some even went in it as Montverde, IMG, Lalo. It's just really big. That's national players, NBA players have all played in the Geico National Tournament. So that's big. Can't.
Yeah. And what I find cool too, like I'm pretty sure at least when you guys are playing at like the St. James thing, I remember I think like Paul Biancardi was talking about you and stuff like that on the broadcast. How cool is that? You said how you kind of always want to play on that national stage. How I'm sitting at home, my couch, watching us play on TV, and I hear people like Paul Biancardi, just talking about you and how good you are as a basketball player and all that.
That's big, but like, you still got work and still got to perform. So like, I don't really pay it much mind or pay attention to it a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, you did kind of say, we kind of wish we got that first win. How much is that now, that hunger to go farther in Geico Nationals going to help you guys?
It's just fuel to the fire for everybody, our whole team, everybody that's returning next year in the gym working. Got something to work for now. Now our goal next year, get to Geico and then win Geico. So that's a big goal for us, and we're trying to get it done.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know, what the other teams are looking like. So it may seem like, you guys might have a chance, man. I'm trying to find. I think I might have a video of that. Were you the one that did you take the final shot against Pacific Prep?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, obviously that they didn't go in, but kind of take us through that. I guess maybe like that's a lot of pressure on you. How are we kind of able to handle that? Like the ball was in your hands. You had your season on the line, and you're kind of the one where it was all up to you. How are you able to handle all the pressure?
It's basketball. You just gotta play. But I'll take through that possession. It was 5.4 seconds left. We had no timeouts because we just got to stop and scored, and coach called the last timeout. He told us we had no timeouts. Knew we were down 2, got the rebound, push, try to take a shot, it just didn't fall. Had a few seconds, just didn't fall. But we had no timeouts, so I had to shoot it, or else we wouldn't just not got a shot up at all.
Yeah, for sure. And this question, I just found the video, and this question might be like a little more of like a sadder question, but I saw you guys, and I was gonna walk up to you guys actually, but I was like, kind of lock in the game going on. Like you guys were watching the national championship game. I didn't see you exactly, but I know I saw like a few of your players and your coaches sitting, kind of in the last couple rows over there watching the game. So how did that kind of, help make the team more hungry too, watching these two teams playing the national championship and you guys were just there sitting in the stands?
Just everybody just watching, getting ready, thinking about how that could be us or how that will be us next year. Just watching the game and saying that could be us. That won't be us next year. We can win this. We just gotta work together and play hard and come back stronger next year.
Yeah. Well, when you guys were watching the game, like, were you just doing it just maybe for entertainment? Or were you trying to scout the teams a little bit? Like, what was the purpose of watching that game? All right, looks like his Wi-Fi might go on again. All right, let's see. He's refreshing. All right. Are you able to hear me? Here, I don't know if you can hear me, but just refresh again and then get back. All right, hold on. Yeah, while he does that, appreciate you, AR Mixtapes, for tuning in. I think it's actually, I guess coincidentally, I don't know if you're still watching. Comment AR Mixtapes if you're still watching, but I think it's might be like my most viewers in a live YouTube interview before, because usually these things aren't really popping like this. That's pretty cool, but yeah, let's wait for him, and we'll get back into it. Let's see. Yeah. I think his Wi-Fi is bugging a little bit. All right, yep. All right, let's see. Hopefully we'll get this thing though. Let's see. It looks like it's still loading a little bit. I'm just gonna wait till his face pops up on the preview just to make sure it's all good. But yeah, so far turned out to be a really good interview. I'll tell you guys right now, this guy is a high level player. I'm not just saying this is based off him being verified on Instagram or had all these offers. Like I saw him play in person, and I could just tell like he had some special qualities about him. Like he stood out to me, and I even said to the guy like, oh, this guy's he's different. So yeah, it looks like he's all good. So we'll get back into it. All right, all good.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, yeah. I'm pretty sure my Wi-Fi is good, but I mean it happens. It's the internet. But I just want to say like I'm looking at the shot because I have it on video. That thing was close. That was a very, very close shot. I even realized like in person, not to make you more mad, but like that was a pretty solid shot you got, and man, like that was really close. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I thought it was good. It felt good and everything. It felt good and everything. I thought it was money. Just didn't get the right roll, right bounce.
Yeah, and you mentioned like I talk about you and being a leader and everything, and you kind of told me how a good thing about you is you're positive and everything like that. So you kind of missing that shot, the season's over. How were you able to still stay positive and keep your team in positive spirits?
We got another year. Got next year. Keep working. Come back. Try to repeat, but just next time try to win. So.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, like I thought you were solid this year. So I'm sure next year, it's gonna look pretty scary. People having to guard you and everything like that, or having to face you on both sides of the floor. Since it'll be your junior year, just another year of high level experience. How good do you think that you are going to be personally in that next year?
That's a good question. A lot better. I'm gonna keep working. I'm just gonna be a lot better, try to get better in every aspect of my game. Passing, shooting, dribbling, defense, leading, everything. Can get better or something.
Yeah. And I mean, like, this is a basic question. Like, I usually don't ask this, but I'm curious. So I want to know, like, what is some parts of your game that you're trying to work on and polish as you now get ready for next season?
I'll say some of my parts of my game I'm trying to work on right now is shooting off the dribble, a lot more off the dribble shots, floaters, finishing, high finish. Because when you play a 7-footer, 6'10", gotta be able to finish some way. Leading, being a better leader when adversity comes. Really all right now.
Yeah, and we actually got another question from the same guy. He says, is playing EYBL or AAU this year? He wants to know, are you playing EYBL or AAU this year?
Yes, I will be playing EYBL and for the team, Brad Bill Elite.
Yeah.
17U.
And then he wants to know, what do you think is your biggest weakness? Or what is, I mean, I kind of asked you the same question, or like, what's your game missing? Yeah, you didn't answer that because you basically probably heard the answer from my question. So yeah, but you said facing 7-footers, and I realized, like, I'm assuming you're still gonna grow a little bit, but at least according to what I saw on 24/7 Sports, you're 6'1". I'm 6 foot, so I mean, I consider myself a tall guy, and you're kind of tall too. But compared to some of these guys, like, I was saying to Jalen Duran, like, I was taking like an interview with Jalen Duran, and you could see my eyes because he's so tall, and I'd rather get his face than my face. Like, there's a lot of tall players there. How does being, I guess, one of the smaller guys on the floor, I guess, how do you handle being one of the smaller guys on the floor playing against all these giants?
You have to use shot fakes, pass fakes. You got to be clever, smart, and just find some way to get up a floater or a layup or a pass. Obviously, they're 7 foot, so if you just try to throw anything up there, they can block it easy. So you got to be smart.
Yeah, and your last name's Fears, and I know that if I was your height playing, let's say I all of a sudden got thrown in a scrimmage, let's say there, all of a sudden one of the coaches like, oh, all of our players are injured, like, yo, kid at the table, we need you to play right now. I'd be terrified. These guys would be so tall. I'll be fearing playing them. Kind of like your last name's Fears. How do you have that, like, confidence to go up against these really tall players and play good out there?
I'll say my first game playing the national schedule with first game with La Lumiere, I was kind of shocked and surprised because we played Wasatch and had a 6'8" Foose, and I'm like,
Foose.
Yeah, this is my first time ever playing somebody 6'8", 6'9". I didn't know what to do, but as the season went on, more games played, more workouts, more finishes, I just started understanding how to score, how to floater, how to get up. Certain things I can do and certain things I can't do. So just playing basketball, progress, getting better.
Yeah. And we see players when they go to college, like, develop their bodies and everything. They'll show up wearing this, and then all of a sudden they're heading into the season and they're now these, like, these big bodies. When you went to La Lumiere, has there been any change in the way you are physically, like, in terms of your body?
Yeah, I have gotten a lot stronger, a lot bigger, more athletic, and body has started to change, more conditioned. So just like all the physical aspects, and also mentally, because when you have a 5:30 practice, you can't sleep in. You got to go to bed early. You got to be more responsible. Has to make sure you wake up to get to practice. So just make more mature.
And I'm assuming, like, did you see the video of Bradley Beal talking to the Bradley Beal Elite guys that, like, went viral?
Yes.
Yeah. Could you maybe kind of talk about, like, that video and what the message was and how that maybe has helped your mentality a little more?
Message was always just stay humble and just don't try to think like you're all this and that. Just stay humble, keep playing, actually work on your craft and work on your game, because it's not easy to make it. Not easy to make it to the NBA. Not easy to go overseas. You have to actually be good, and people have to want you. Not a lot of people can make the NBA.
Yeah. And we saw even one of the teams you've offered from Gonzaga, or I got Gonzaga. I wanted to make sure I was saying the name right because there's now controversy on how to say their name. But Gonzaga, we saw them play the national championship game. You even got some other teams, Illinois. They were one seed in the tournament. You got a lot of really high quality offers. How's the recruitment process been in general?
For me right now, it's been kind of smooth because I'm only a small sophomore, so they can't really contact me, but I can contact them. Well, once I believe June 15 hit, that's when they can contact me. And I've really been focusing on our season this year, so I really haven't been in contact with a lot of coaches.
Yeah, and I'm sure that probably is going to blow up. So the date's June 15th for you guys as well.
I believe so, if I'm not mistaken.
Right. Yeah, because I know last year was June 15th. I'm kind of new to the whole like recruiting scene. That's kind of like I used to ask a lot more recruiting questions because I was learning a lot of the recruitment process when I just started doing this. But looking at the rankings now, at least according to what I got right now on 24/7 Sports, you're ranked as the 7th best point guard in the country. And no disrespect to any of the guys that are ranked ahead of you, but I see like a lot of them. I mean, they're high quality players, but the only one that's playing that national schedule, kind of like you guys, is Caleb Foster, who's ranked number 6. So are you trying really hard to kind of come for that number 1 point guard spot in the country?
Not really. Just keep working on your game. If they're gonna see you, they're gonna see you. Rankings don't really matter at the end of the day. So it's not a big deal to me what rank I am or where I'm at, because I still have to play basketball and still perform. Rank is not gonna save you. So you still got to work and perform. So I just got to still work and perform. And that's really all.
Yeah. And I know EYBL is coming up soon, but I'll just kind of touch on it again. Like since you are back and you're not playing like any more basketball games, I guess you could say, like, are you guys still practicing with the team? Are you just doing individual workouts? What are you guys doing basketball wise now that the season's done?
In the basketball workouts, we're doing lift or we're doing small group workout. So small group workout with the coaches, so like guards and bigs and guards, or you can come and get up shots, work at 6 a.m. by yourself or with a teammate. That's really what we're doing.
Yeah. So something I've learned, throughout my I'm only like a year older than you, so I guess I'm not like an old man or anything, but something I have learned is like you need sleep and everything. Like sleep's important, but you keep mentioning, you could stay out, like, you wake up early, get shots up, you could stay a little longer at practice, get shots up. Like, do you always pick shots over sleep, or do you sometimes maybe mix it up? Are you always sleeping? How do you pick between those two things?
You gotta get sleep and eat healthy. So, and drink water, make sure you're eating right. So then it's really nothing to you, nothing to your body. Your body won't break down or you won't have nagging injuries. Just make sure you're taking in the right stuff and getting the right amount of sleep, and you'll be good.
Yeah. And I know, so did you and wait, who did someone like commit to La Lumiere like with you? Like, did you guys commit like together as buddies, or was it more like a coincidence?
No, it was more of a coincidence. The players, team needed more players. So no, our whole team is like really new. Like everybody that came in this year was almost their first year at La Lumiere.
Yeah. How are you guys able to build like such a good team chemistry throughout the year, since all you guys were basically new players and didn't even know each other?
Just playing together. Team. Just playing together, practicing, team chemistry, bonding, playing the game together. Just everything that really matters. Just being around each other.
Yeah. And on those trips, like, I'm sure there's been a lot, I guess you say, crazy, funny moments, stuff like that. Has there been any sort of big funny moment from this year with the team?
I'll probably say after a season, when we were down in Florida, we went to the beach, enjoyed ourselves, played football. Just good time. Enjoyed each other's company.
Yeah, and I want to ask like some I guess you could say like social media based questions. You're verified on Instagram. That's kind of a big deal. How that happened?
Can you repeat that? I'm back. I didn't hear you. Can you repeat your question, please?
Yeah. Are you able to hear me right now?
I'm back. Yes.
All right, bad. Yeah. So I want to know you're verified on Instagram, so that's kind of a big deal. So how'd that happen?
It was really like my dad, because my dad runs my social media. He runs my Instagram, Snapchat, not Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. He just runs like all the main social medias. So I just have access to it, but he's really the person who's watch over it, make sure basketball content, make nothing inappropriate is going on. I have a lot of people watching my account, but getting verified, I mean, it's just a check to me. Nothing really major or gonna change anything.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting how like your dad. So, but then you have like, because like, so when I was DMing you, like I was DMing you, right? But then your dad kind of had like you maybe kind of
He can
managed to
see
DM.
it.
Yeah. All right. That's kind of interesting. What's it like? Or I guess how important if you kind of believe in this? Like I believe social media. It's like you can't be posting all. Like I saw something on Twitter from a
Crazy
coach where
stuff.
it's like, yeah. I thought like it was a coach said, we're not going to recruit you if all we see on social media is pictures of you at a gas station. Like we don't know about you. Like all respect the gas station flicks. Like nothing wrong with gas station flicks, but it's like we're not going to recruit you if we think you just hang out at a gas station all day. Like how important do you think how important do you think social media is to getting offers and being recruited and being a well-respected basketball player?
I think social media is a big part because these coaches and everybody, family, friends are not always around you 24/7. So what you post on social media kind of feel like it puts out what you are, who you are, and what type of person you are. Because some pictures are okay, but certain stuff shouldn't be posted on social media. That just don't look good or look right. What?
Yeah, who I'm curious. Like I see you post like the flicks from Geico Nationals. I mean the captions seem something like a dad would come up with. Who comes up with the captions? Is it you? Is it your dad? Do you guys kind of have like a call and figure out the best captions? How does that work with you guys?
Most like the basketball pictures, he'll ask me for a caption or something, and I'll find one. I'll come up with a clever or a nice caption that I feel like fits. So I mostly do the captions, but he do some also, like the basketball ones.
Yeah. And my other thing, like again, I really knew, like I didn't know you even know your first name until I kind of, started to see it more often and remember it. Like I knew you first as Fears the Floor General. Like the handles are so catchy. Whose idea was that?
That was actually my dad' idea. He came up. He was like, "Let's change your name to Fears the Floor General." At first, I didn't really rock with it, but then as it went on, more time passed. I'm like Fears the Floor General, and it kind of stuck. I rock with it.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, like that's probably one of the best Instagram names, maybe the best Instagram username in high school basketball or in basketball in general. It is definitely pretty catchy. But you're calling yourself Fears the Floor General, so what do you consider yourself a floor general?
Yes, I'm considering myself as a floor general leader. Just basically just controlling the court, controlling the floor, controlling my team, helping our team, trying to do whatever I can do to lead.
Yeah. And since this was, I said previously, like your first year at La Lumiere, this is a whole different step in your basketball career that you probably, haven't experienced anything like this before. Give us like a season, a year one recap. What were some of the highs of it, the lows, or it's not the highs and lows, the highs and the things you learned.
Learned as in
like like whatever you like maybe I learned kind of how to play with higher level competition or something like that.
Plan. It was a lot different because I came from a 4A public school in Illinois, Joliet West, and the players in the competition, they were good, but like coming to the national level, it's like so much different, and the players are like so much better. So everything has changed, and it's just different. You're not used to really playing with future NBA players. You're playing against future NBA players. It's just like wow. You just sit back and think about it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Well, anyways, we made it to the end of the interview. I'm really, really grateful for you to take your time and let me interview you. I was honestly like shocked when you responded to my DM. Like I was just gonna do it and try, and I was blown away. So I'm really grateful that we're getting this thing done and everything. But yeah, before we get in this thing, make sure you guys give us a follow on Instagram at Fears the Floor General. And I'm at iHoopsFL. And anyways, for 2023, La Lumiere school point guard, Jeremy Fears. I'm Isaac Fleischer, and this has been another IHoopsFL interview. Peace out, guys.